Good morning. Today is April 21st, 2020. Happy Tuesday. And today we're going to learn how to use the computer to graph system of equations with a graphics program called Desmos.com. So if you recall, we've done graphing by hand. We've solved systems that way. We've solved systems with the substitution method by hand, and we did the elimination method by hand. This is probably the easiest method because it's a computer-based program and it graphs the system for you, and you just find the intersection point and that is your answer. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you log into the computer, and the second thing you need to do is go to this website. It is called Desmos.com, and these are the two systems that we're going to check out. So Desmos.com. So I'm going to do that with you here. So I'm just going to double click, get into the browser. I'm going to go www.desmos.com, and up pops a graphing program, and I'm going to start graphing. Just click that, and we notice it's got our nice graph there, and it's got place where we can enter our system. So our first system, we're going to just go ahead and get our keyboard up. Move this up just a little bit so we can see. Oh, bear with me real quick. Okay, we notice down here that it's got a keyboard. We're going to go ahead and access that keyboard by show keypad. So we're just going to enter in 9x minus 2y, 2, and then the y, and then equals negative 21. So there's the keyboard has all the keys for you. Equals negative 21. I'm trying to think where the negative sign is. Minus 21. There's our first system, and you can see how it graphed it. You can zoom in or zoom out. Okay, we're going to zoom out. You can see it kind of changes the level of the graph. When you zoom in, it changes what you see. So we're zooming out, and we're going to go over here. We're going to hit enter, and we're going to type in our second system. 2x plus 3y equals 16. 2x plus 3y equals, and then 16. Now, how do you find your answer? Well, you see, you move your cursor, and you can see that the intersection point is negative 1, 6. So that is our answer to our first system. Okay, so pretty good program. It will work for any system. Again, just you have to follow the code. So we're going to go ahead and X both of those out. We're going to enter in our next system. Go ahead and erase what we had. I'll set that down real quick. And we're going to go ahead and clear our graph. Keep the same program up. So this is our next system. Y equals negative 2/3 x minus 2, and y equals negative 8/3 x plus 4. So go ahead and enter in y equals 2/3, and how you do the fraction is you do the division sign. That's going to allow you to enter in the fraction. Oh, we forgot the negative sign, so we're going to go ahead and go up here and put the minus sign. And very important, you can see how I want to move that over just a little bit. So minus. Okay, negative 2/3 x. So go ahead and hit the x. And then minus 2. So minus 2. And there is our graph. Okay, so we can see that it graphed the first system. And if you make a mistake, let's say that you hit a character that didn't belong, like something like that, it's going to give you the exclamation point, and it's going to show you that something is indeed wrong. So that little green symbol right there, that's a good sign, and that is a bad sign. So you've entered something wrong. Remember, the computer is only smart as we are, so we're going to go ahead and enter in y equals -8/3 x plus 4 equals hit too many symbols there. It's easy to make a mistake here. 8/3, so hit the division. Go ahead and move that over. X plus 4. And how do we find our answer? Well, again, the intersection point. 3, -4. That's the answer to that system. So, there was our system. We'll see how we graphed it. And we found the intersection point. Well, let's say that we don't have an intersection point. Well, that means that there's no solution. So, for instance, if we have, try one with no solution. Y equals 4/3 or 4x plus 2 is showing one that does not intersect. That's our first system. Y equals 4x minus 5. So bear with me while I type this in. (4x minus 5). And you can see that there's no intersection point even when we zoom out. You can zoom in and see that our graphs are indeed parallel. Again, that function right here, the zoom out and zoom in key, allows you to see that graph. So that has no solution. Okay. All right, and the other type of system that you may encounter, the one with infinite solutions, is just the graph on top of each other. So let me put that down real quick. I'm going to show this one with infinite solutions. So infinite means it can have just an infinite number of solutions. So equals 3x plus 4 and -3x plus 1. All right, so let's say that we entered this system here. And again, this I already know the answer. This is going to have infinite solutions. So y equals 3x plus 4 and -3x plus y equals 4. So if we were to graph that using Desmos, so y equals 3x plus 4 3x plus 4, and then I'm going to enter in my next system. Go ahead and hit enter. -3x plus y equals 4. And we can see when we zoom in that the graphs are on top of each other. So that is an infinite number of solutions. So it's a great program. www.desmos.com. Again, that is my explanation how to graph a system of equations by using Desmos. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day. And I've assigned some practice problems so you can try to use that graphing program. Appreciate it.